Let's imagine that you are having a very important work to do for tomorrow. Let's say you are going to learn for an important test tomorrow that's going to be happening in your school, or you have a very important assignment that you have to submit in your college tomorrow, or else if you are a working professional and there is an important project that you have to submit tomorrow for the client. It may be any type of important work. If you are going to do that, you may have a lot of disturbances in between. You may have an incoming thought that's going to procrastinate you from for not doing the work on a focused mode, or you may be scrolling down in social media for a short time. You may think that you are going to see social media for some time, but you are going to way long you are going to be scrolling in that. Or else you can get an incoming call and you may be speaking for 1 hour or 2 hours. In this way you are simply procrastinating and you are not focused in your work. In this way, the work is not going to be 100%. If you are learning for the test, then you are going to be leaving some topics, or else you are incomplete in doing the assignment that you have to submit in the college tomorrow, or else you have been some mistakes done in the project that you are going to do submit to the client. Whatever you are, if you are student or college student or some working professional, if procrastination is a very one of the super villain which is sustaining you from doing some important works in a focused mode. If procrastination is disturbing you from doing some work focusedly, then this video is for you. In this video I am going to show you 4 important tips that I am going to tell is very efficient in stopping your procrastination problem, and you can get into the focus mode. If you stay until the end of the video, I will be showing you the 5th most important tip. That's not at all a tip, it's really kind of scientific rule that you can use to stop procrastination and get your work done. The first tip I'm gonna share is stop multitasking, because no one can literally do some multitask. You can't handle a lot of tasks at the same time because you can't focus on a single thing when you try to do some multitask. If you are doing one specific thing, then you can focus on the specific thing and you can have a deep work. But if you are focusing on a lot of things at a time, like having a presentation and doing this that, you can't focus on all the things at a time. That's not really meant to be focused work. According to the professor, a neuroscience professor Earl K. Miller, he said that multitasking is not a human thing. No human can literally do multitasking. We have been fooling ourselves on doing multitask. You can't have a phone call while doing your presentation and eating some lunch, because you can focus only on one specific task, because focusing on one specific task brings you the results. We have been fooling ourselves. So you should try doing only one task at a time so that you can avoid some procrastination and not to get into any thoughts, and you can focusedly do that one project or one work. The second tip I'm gonna give is take breaks. Taking break helps us in a lot in concentration and focused mode. We have been thinking that working for a long hours or learning for a long hours means that we are getting a lot of work done and a lot of studies getting over, but it's not. We don't work in our 100% when we work for a long hours. When we work for a long hours, we are burnt out, and in burnt out condition, we don't work in our 100%. We are not well working or well learning for the subject. Actually, working for a long hours, we are steady, losing our steady mind, and we are stumbling from the steady mind. Let's take if you take a 15 minutes coffee break or 15-minute walk, you are going to refresh. The short breaks you are taking in between your work or learning, then you are that short break is helping you in getting some concentration and helps you in boosting your mood. You can literally take some IEB technique. The IEB technique is immediate energy booster. You can work out for 10 minutes, or you can have a walk, you can grab some coffee, or literally you can do anything in that small break. But you should avoid scrolling through your social media or having some call or or watching your television, because that's going to be leading you into procrastination. when you start watching TV or social media, you are going to be going into that for a long hours, and you are going to procrastinate for a long time. Also, it comes under taking calls. You are going to be just speaking, procrastinating for a long time. So instead, you take some short workout sessions or walking or anything that's productive. Don't do anything unproductive in that small breaks. The third tip is set your small goals. I mean, you can set some small goals. If you, I know a lot of persons like working professional or college or any type of student, you have some big projects to be submitted or some big assignments to be submitted in 2 to 3 months. Then if you see that thing as that goal as a big one, like you don't want to write that as in your to-do list in finish your project. Instead of, you can try it into breaking it into small goals, like finish the project is a big goal, because it consists of a lot of things inside that one project. You may be taking some pictures, you may be taking some presentation, you may be taking some research. You can split it into smaller goals, like write down, instead of finish the project, you can write it as do some research today, prepare the presentation today. Like that, you can set it into a small goals, so that by seeing the goals, you don't have to be really stressful, because seeing the big goals, you are going to be very stressful, and oh my god, should I do this, this is very long. Instead of that, if you complete some small tasks, you can reward yourselves, like you can give you some cake or whatever you like. You can reward yourself, so that you are getting some energy to do the next task. So the fourth tip is make your complete your biggest tasks in the morning on the first hour. Brian Tracy, in his book Eat the Frog, has mentioned that if you are said that if you are given a frog, and if you are insisted to eat that frog in a day, what time would you take it to eat? Yes, of course, we will take the first hour of our day to eat the frog, because I don't really mean to eat the frog, but in the book they have mentioned that if you take the first hour of the day to eat the frog, then you are going to be relaxed and peaceful in the remaining whole day. Same applies to the hard and biggest tasks. If you have a task that you don't like but have to do, do, then in that case you can do the biggest task, that task you don't like, in the first 2 to 3 hours of the day, so that in that first 2 to 3 in the early morning, you are going to be very productive, and you literally after that sleep, you are fresh in your mind, and you won't procrastinate. So in that time, you can finish the hard task, and in the remaining day, you can be having some easy tasks, and you can have a relaxed mind. If you have stayed until this end of the video, then here is the fifth most important tip of the video. It's apply 2-minute rule. There is a lot of aspects in 2-minute rule. You can have the 2-minute rule in a lot of things, like there is literally about 10 ways to use the 2-minute rule, but the most favorite type of thing to imply in the 2-minute rule, according to me, is very efficient way is if you want to start off a habit, or if you want to do some work but you are not feeling to do that, you are feeling very lazy, and if you feel very procrastinated to do that, like you are thinking I can do that afterwards, or I can do it tomorrow or next day, if you're feeling like that unproductively, then you can use this 2-minute rule. You can start the work for just 2 minutes. Just for that 2 minutes you can do that work. Let's take, if you want to build a habit of doing some exercise, then you can do that exercise instead of procrastinating and thinking of doing that afterwards or tomorrow. You can do that exercise for 2 minutes. In the 2 minutes, if you do that, subsequently your mind will, your heart, that mind will, that ego thing from your mind will tell that can I do this only for 2 minutes? I can do it for a long period. I can efficiently do this exercise for 30 minutes. So subsequently you are going to be doing this exercise completely for 30 minutes. In this way you are going to be building that new habit. By using this 2-minute rule for next 21 days, you can literally build a new habit that you want to do for a long time. Instead of procrastinating, If you do that for only 2 minutes, then you can successfully do that for a longer period, because the ego thing from your mind makes you to do the work for the next essential time you have to do the work. So use 2-minute rule is the last and efficient tip I was going to tell in this video. I have personally got a lot of habits and grown a lot of habits in this online time period with using this 2-minute rule. It's really a helpful rule. So these are the 5 tips I was going to tell on how to stop procrastination. So in this video, if you have gained a value, then please make sure you like, comment and share this video. Before getting out of the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell icon so that you don't miss my later on videos. Thanks for watching.